Wham! Talk 1600. You're catching the drift. Conservative talk. Intelligent conversations on local, state, and national issues with Gary Wellings, chief editor of the Current newspaper and Current Online. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. And now, your host, Gary Wellings.
And good Saturday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to catch our drift. Joining me in studio, Ed Bonderenka.
That's all I want to catch here is the drift.
Don't go there. Okay, so what we do every Saturday on the drift is go over the news that I put on the Daily Drift. And if you're not going to the Daily Drift, you should be. It's the news you need to know. www.thedailydrift.com. And read it. Educate yourself. Get the information in a nice, succinct little package, and you can actually have it emailed for free directly to your email.
You don't have to get all that ink on your fingers.
That's right. It comes easy. It doesn't get any easier than that, right?
The news you need to know.
Yeah. So you can catch this show live, of course, every Saturday at 2 o'clock. And if you miss it, you can catch it on podcast at Red Nation Rising Saturdays and Sunday evenings. And, of course, we're also on Spreaker and SoundCloud and YouTube. So we're the easiest show to find, the Drift, not the Daily Drift. And so there we go. Let's take care of a little business. Our sponsor this half hour is Burroughs Roadhouse out in West Brighton. 810-227-6000. 810-227-6000. Great little place. If you haven't got plans tonight, get out there and do a comedy show. This week they've got Floyd J. Phillips. He played last night and again tonight, and they do a great little comedy show out there. And food is great at Burroughs. If you haven't been out there, it's definitely a destination, so check it out. Burroughs-roadhouse.com or call them at 810-227-6000. Okay, so if you're not following me on Gab, Ed, did you get a Gab account? You did, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Do you use it at all? I never see anything.
No, I don't.
All right, gab.ai. It's getting handier, and they now have the little app for your phone.
Do they have the app?
Yes,
See,
the app is
I
there.
checked last week. I couldn't find it.
It's beta. It might be only for those of us
Okay.
who actually coughed up a little cash to help them out.
Like you. Okay.
But it's coming, so you'll just check it out. Send them something. Send them $1, and they'll probably give it. But gab.ai or Twitter, and my handle is @GaryDailyDrift, so check it out. It's a good way to stay informed. Twitter now, you're 20 minutes ahead of the news cycle if you're on Twitter. I can guarantee you that. But what we wanted to start out with this morning was the power of Wham and the power of this radio show, because I'm sitting, and I was telling you earlier, I was sitting down in my bunker doing work on the computer this Wednesday morning, and of course Fox News is in the background blathering on. And all of a sudden I hear, rumor has it, Kid Rock is running for Senate. And I turned around and went, what the hell did I just hear? And sure enough, they were talking about it, and I went, oh my gosh, somebody was finally listening, right?
Yep.
I mean, and I was telling you earlier.
Subliminal.
I guess, right? And Derek, let's go with track 1, right? And let's play. So this is from a show on December 17th, right? Go ahead and play that. I'm going to go back to the one that I do. I do this on Twitter fairly often. I do it on Facebook occasionally. If you're going to draft somebody, I think this election showed us, Joe, that, you know what, if you're going to win a general election in this country, and probably especially in the state as well, you have to have some celebrity status. You have to have something above and beyond just the platform that you put out there. And so for me, if you're going to draft someone, I want a guy that I know can win the state hands down from Debbie Stabenow, because she's got a machine. She's got money. She's going to win that position unless you throw the top-notch person who's super popular against you. You need a populist. You need a patriot. You need somebody. And I'm still saying it's Kid Rock.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He's a patriot. He's a Republican. He's a conservative. Why not? He's got the pop. There's not. Every Democrat, Independent, and Republican will vote for him.
I forgot you'd said that.
that goes back to Penske.
All right, so we go back way back. I think my first email to his camp was, or Facebook post, or I think I messaged him on Facebook first, was January 5th of 2015. That's how far ahead of the game we are on this show.
So
right?
prescient.
Yeah, and so it goes back farther. Let's go with track 2, Derek, because this is actually Election Day when we did our election special here in the studios. Go ahead and play that in track 2.
He's got that just massive guitar tone. It was pretty cool to see him up there doing that, though. So, Ted Nugent, thank you for finally getting on board. He's been on board for quite a while, but it's good that he's going out and stumping at these rallies. I was waiting for Kid Rock. I didn't see Kid Rock show up last night.
What's the chance of getting Kid Rock or Ted Nugent to run for Debbie Stabenow's seat in 2 years?
Boy,
that would be cool.
You know what I mean? Here's two super patriots who have super popularity, and I think this election has shown. So you know what, Kid Rock, and I've sent things to his manager before.
Yeah.
Listen, why not?
He's actually
I
very
say, why
smart.
not?
Yeah, so there you go, right? I mean, this goes back, and I think Joe can testify, who calls in all the time, because it's normally when he's calling in, that's when I bring it up for whatever reason. But obviously, we're ahead of the curve, and somebody is finally listening. And I tried to get hold of Jimmy from Manchester to let me know if he had gone to the convention, but I found it on MLive. It was Wes Nakagiri who dropped the name at the convention. I think it was last week or a week and a half ago when they had the convention. So Wes, thank you very much, sir, for picking that up and dropping that name, because I'm going to stick by it, and I'm going to tell people there's actually a crowd pack now. Go to crowdpack.com, and you can actually, they won't charge your card, but you can say, I want to donate $5, $10, $20 to a Kid Rock campaign for Senate, and they won't charge your card unless he actually runs.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
that's how big it has gotten in just this last week, because West dropped it, and of course MLive picks it up. It was the liberals picking it up, saying, "You crazy Republicans, you're going to run a Kid Rock and what? Shut up!"
Somebody on Facebook said, Kid Rock, are you serious? What are his views? I said, it's a vote. Just like Stabenow, all we need is a vote. I don't need a brain. I just need a vote.
Yeah, well, what it comes down to is, you know what? Number one, I don't want political experience, because what has political experience gotten us for the last 50 years? $20 trillion in debt. Do you think I need a political experience? No. Anybody that's got political experience, hit the road, Jack. That's all I can say, because you're not doing anything. You're not bringing anything to the party other than a bill. And I don't need any more of that. So I'll take another success. The similarities are crazy. Successful businessman, right? He proven himself in his own right of being a musician. And whether you like his music or not, I like some of his songs. I don't like all of his songs. But he's proved himself as a great marketer, a great businessman, and he knows what he's doing when it comes to that. And he's a patriot. He plays for the military all the time. I want a politician who loves the military. I'm sorry, I do. These guys need to be loved and taken care of, because you know what? They keep us all safe.
And just like Trump, he doesn't have the normal political hairstyle.
That's right. I think, that would be my first suggestion to Kid Rock. You want people to take you seriously? Go get a nice haircut and put a sport coat on. You don't have to wear a tie or anything else. Put a sport coat and cut your hair. And you know what? People go, wow, he's serious. Really?
It also wouldn't vote for him either. Oh, he sold out.
No way. I guarantee it, hands down, if he threw his hat in the ring, and he'd have to sit with, I would say get hold of Larry Arnn at Hillsdale College and set your platform up.
Yeah.
Use this. We've got some really smart people in this state, and they would stand by him. Go to Hillsdale College. Base everything on the Constitution. And you can have a simplest, safest platform, and you run on that, you stick to that, and you tell the media to go pound sand.
And you would be his campaign manager.
I'm not good enough to do that. But you know what? There are people here in the state who could do it. And you know what? I'd give them all the airtime I could, obviously.
Yep.
But he's got a big interview coming up with Chris Wallace, I think this Tuesday, unless it's happened already. But I think it's coming up, not Chris Wallace. Yeah, no, not Chris Wallace. Dan Rather, the failed guy.
Really?
Yes, the guy
Yeah.
thrown under the bus for fake news. Yes. But Dan Rather's doing an interview with him, and we've got a little clip of that. Derek, you got track 3 ready? This is what I like. He's just a normal guy, right? Go ahead and play that.
Who are you? I mean, down deep inside yourself, who are you?
Oh, I don't. Somebody likes to have fun, who likes to treat people kind, have a great time, stands up for what he believes in at all costs, and yeah, I like to jerk people's chains a little bit. It's just fun for me too to have. I have a double wide trailer up there, but I got a dude who drives me around in a Rolls Royce with a Waffle House plate on it. And I think that's awesome. I crack myself up with that. I'm like, this is. I mean, start playing the Star Spangled Banner right now. It's more American than that.
Simple guy. He knows he's become the multi-mega millionaire, you know what I mean? Based on his just plain simple, I'm going to play something that people like. And you know what? Right there, that statement, a guy that stands by what he believes in no matter what. How many politicians do we have like that right now? One.
Yeah.
One, and his name is Donald J. Trump. You know what I mean? And that's what is just amazing about Donald Trump. Everything he's done, he's fulfilling the promises he made to us as a candidate. And people are screaming and bitching and moaning about it.
You watched the presser, right?
Oh, what?
The impressive presser.
I'm going to watch every presser from now on because you know what? It's the most entertainment you could ever imagine. It's just crazy.
Whoa. How can you not like somebody who inflicts such liberal butthurt?
You finally used it, didn't you, Derek? Awesome. I love that little clip. Let's take
You're not just fake news. You're very fake news.
That's right. Let's take a call from Jenny in Brownstown. Jenny, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, what's up? Anyway, that presser was great.
Yes, it was.
That was
right.
Awesome. It was too good.
Ranting and raving. Yeah, right.
That's the greatest thing. There was really no ranting. He's just calling it like it is.
Yep.
I'm sorry. If the truth hurts, the truth hurts, Jim Acosta, you got to feel bad for him, kind of. They
so
literally
good.
just...
I'm checking your family tree.
What do you got, Jenny?
Anyway, no, I don't feel bad for the media at all. Sorry. Anyway, but now Ted Nugent, I don't know anything about Kid Rock, but if Ted Nugent was run, oh my gosh, he would, well, anyway, it would be great.
Yeah, I would love to see Ted run too, but I think Ted does not have the same draw that Kid does, popularity-wise, because Ted is pretty extreme, and I don't think Kid Rock has ever gone out and shown a really extreme side like Ted has. So I think that's some baggage with Ted.
I think there's only a certain demographic that relates.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I love Ted Nugent. I love his music, I love his gun rights, I love everything about Ted, but he's a little extreme, and I don't think that plays. I mean, you have to have some just moderateness to it in order to get independents and liberals to vote for you. And I think Kid Rock could do that.
Well, in the age group Kid Rock appeals to, and they're familiar with them a little more than Ted Nugent, I think.
Yeah, I think every union guy, every working guy, you name it, would be out there, and they would vote for him. So, Kid, if you're listening, or if anyone he knows, send it to his team. And exactly right. You said it on that one clip back there that nobody's going to want to. He'll take a. It wasn't you. It was Pastor Rick said that his management team will take a pay cut if he becomes a senator. But it's 6 years off. Take a little break from the music gig, right? Run. Yeah. All right, Jenny. Anything else?
No. Well, I don't know anything about Kid Rock. I don't listen to that kind of stuff. I don't even like Ted Nugent's music now. But I know more about him because he's out there.
Yeah, well,
but,
he's out there. Right.
Anyway, either one would suit me. I wouldn't mind if I've heard about Kid Rock's politics. He would suit me, and it's great.
Yeah. Well, the important thing is they're patriots. They like the military. They got some common sense, and they're conservative, which means they're not going to be picking your pocket to spend money. So that's the important part of it.
And they could pull votes.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, nice to talk to you guys.
You too. Thanks, Jenny. Appreciate the call. Okay, yeah, I mean, it kind of makes you think, but I was just ecstatic when I heard that on Wednesday morning. And again, thank you, Wes, for dropping that name at the convention, because you know what? I'll tell you, here's a funny thing. So I get stuff from the Michigan GOP all the time, right? You get your emails?
Yeah.
And so I replied back when I got one after the convention, and they said something, and I said, you already got a candidate for Senate. It's Kid Rock, and I hit reply all. And sure enough, it went to anybody who was on that email.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Because I got it back again. I'm like, oh, man. So maybe that's pushing it, Doggone it. Use some common sense, GOP guys. Find a candidate who's already got that little celebrity status. He's already got a household name. Yeah, he's a long-haired rocker, but you know what? He's a conservative. He loves the military, and he's a patriot. So doggone it. I'm going to say go for it. Let's take a call from Ken on line 2. Ken, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I just want to pass on one observation. Now, Kid Rock, I heard, identifies himself as being a libertarian. Now, if he's a traditional libertarian, that would mean he's pro-choice when it comes to abortion. It would also mean, as a libertarian, that he believes in legalizing marijuana and other questionable things. So if Kid Rock was to get involved and run, he would lose the vote, guaranteed.
Yeah,
of,
but you're making
traditionals
you're making
such as
assumptions.
myself.
Yeah, you're making assumptions on that. So at
There
least
are flavors. There's a scale of libertarian.
Stop bringing me down, Ken. You're Mr. Negative. Let him decide and